John Eats Cheap doing a Julia Child recipe. Mrs. Cheap found one of our, like on Google TV, they have a free Julia Child channel or something, and she found one. It's a little sandwich. It's called Croque, Monsieur, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, which translates to Crunch Gentleman. I don't know. It's like a little grilled ham and cheese sandwich. It's not supposed to be a hearty sandwich. It's just kind of like for afternoon tea or something, finger sandwiches. And this is how Julia made it. Start off with bread. I'm making one for Mrs. Cheap, one for one for me, not I. I got some butter and a little Dijon mustard.
I love Julia.
Oh yeah. And this goes on the inside of the bread. Just got butter's kind of softened. Mix that all together. And this is really a very simple sandwich. We even found a clip where she made this on the David Letterman show.
On a hot plate.
Yeah, on a hot plate in the studio. And the key is you cook it until that cheese gets melty. I grew up watching Julia Child. You know, she used to be about the only chef on television. Julia Child and the Galloping Gourmet was what my mom watched.
Jan can cook.
That was one of the first ones, like in the mid 80s maybe. Jan can cook. Yeah, I remember that. All right, I think that's mixed up about as well as we're going to get it. So we just got to get this spread onto our bread. As I said, this goes on the inside. And we'll do both sides because this will have ham and cheese in it. And yes, I am using salted butter. I believe Julia used unsalted. But that's not such a thing in my house.
But on David Letterman, she said you can, change things to your preference.
Yeah, which is what we're doing. All right, we're ready to go on the inside. Now we got to get our meat and cheese ready. All right, so we're ready. I got a little bit of shredded mozzarella left over, so I'm going to put that on one side. Get down there. Kind of making a mess. Cheesy goodness. Spread it out nice and evenly. Press it down a little bit. Then we go on with a slice of ham. And then it was cheese here and slice of ham, Mrs. Cheap, is that right?
I think she did ham on the outside and cheese in the middle, but
right.
We can be wild.
No, because I think all the ham was in one spot. And that way the cheese melts too. So just kind of like that. And then put the sandwich together. And once you have it together, you're supposed to press it down.
So it all sticks together.
Now, we need to get a sharp knife. Okay, so now we're just supposed to cut the crust off. And my bread isn't, I don't know if I'm going to cut it off every side. I guess I can. Just to make it look prettier.
I think Julia just liked making regular foods look fancy.
And she said, when it's cooking, that's when you eat these crusty
You have a little snack.
snacks. Yeah, because you're going to get some ham and cheese there. I'll leave a little of the crust on. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to go to the pan and melt some butter. All right, butter is melted, so we're going in. And yes, that's a liberal amount of butter, because that's what you need.
More butter, more better.
And that's just kind of on a medium low till that cheese gets melty. All right, I'm going to give these a flip. We'll be going back to this side. Get those in that butter. Use it all. I'm thinking this Croque Monsieur is ready. There we go. Golden goodness. Cut it in a triangle. Cheese looks melty. I like it with that mustard in there. Wow. I mean, it's like a, you know, a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, but with a little Dijon and the butter inside. That's very tasty. That Julia Child knew what she was doing. And Mrs. Cheap already has, she's compiled some recipes of Julia's that we're going to do, so it'll be John Eats Cheap and Julia in the future. Thanks for watching. Give it a try. It's nice and easy and just a different take on just your regular grilled cheese or grilled ham and cheese. And Mrs. Cheap is staring at me ready to dig in. So thanks for watching.